everyone. Welcome back. Please comment, rate, subscribe, folks. Comment, rate, subscribe, like the videos. Also share the videos. I want to thank everyone that does like watching and share my videos. You folks are the absolute best. Listen, folks, there's a link tree down below. It has a link to all of my social media platforms. Please go down there, follow me across all my social media platforms and talk to me because I talk back. Also down there as well as a link to all of my YouTube pages. Please go down there, follow me across all my YouTube pages and turn your notifications so when I post content, you folks will be in the know. Listen, Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern, we'll be doing a live radio show. We'll be talking about the Jets' upcoming preseason game. We'll be talking about the moves that the Jets have made along the roster as well. So please call in. I love going back and forth with folks about this football team. So with that said and done and put to the side, I've come to talk to you folks today about the New York Jets roster moves. They've made some cuts. There's some cuts, that the Jets have made. They've waived some players. And also the Jets' upcoming preseason game against the Packers, okay? First, we're going to start with the cuts. The New York Jets have waived Chris Nagar, kicker. We were trying to figure out this situation. We're still trying to figure out this situation here at kicker. But Chris, clearly, there was some up and down moments. So the Jets have moved on from him. Amendola's still in the building, so we're going to see if he sticks around. For the love of goodness, I'm just hoping that at some point the Jets are going to be able to figure out this kicking situation, because if it doesn't, I'm telling you, I think we're going to be playing quite a bit of close games this year, and if we don't figure out this kicker situation, it could bite us, going down the line. So we also cut Bennett Jackson, the corner. We also cut Michael Dumafor, who I was very surprised we actually let him go. Here was a guy that was making plays, but our defensive line is really stacked, and he's a D lineman. I know that there's some as well that were talking about Zuniga. They were wondering, hey, how did he survive this round of cuts? We'll see what happens with him in the future. But, Dumafor is gone, and then they also cut Austin Walter, who kind of had a subpar showing during our first preseason game, kind of, flipping around, fumbling as well. So those are the moves that the Jets made along the roster for their first round of cuts. Also, they had Alex Lewis retire. He was designated on a list, and so he decided to move on and just retire from the game. So salute to him. I wish him nothing but the best in the future. So as we continue to go on now, I want to talk a little bit about the Jets' upcoming preseason game against the Packers. Now, keep in mind, the Jets have cuts yet again coming up on the 24th of August. They've got to make yet another cut. So this game is going to be extremely important, all right? Now, you look at this situation, I'm going to start with the Jets offense. Some of the things that I want to see, man, I'm looking directly at this offensive line. Let me tell you something. The Packers, they have some guys that can really get after it. Again, we all know they're not going to play the entire game. This is not a regular season game. But they're probably going to let their guys play at least 1 to 2 series because they're ramping up as well and getting ready for the season. Preston and Zardarius Smith are unbelievable. This is one of the best pass rushing duos in the league. And even though they're going to be playing some vanilla stuff, they're going to get after it, right? These guys are still going to be able to go out, put their hands in the dirt and make things happen. We have to make sure that we can get them blocked up front, right? Again, this is probably 1 or 2 series, but these guys are serious. And, we plan them right now. We're doing joint practices with the Packers, and so far, they've had 7 sacks. That was just today. That defense has 7 sacks against us, and I'm not panicking. That's not what I'm doing. What I'm saying is they had 7 sacks against us today. So there's things that we need to clean up, okay? And I know, again, they're going to test Mekhi Becton. They're going to test that right side with Moses. Vera Tucker doesn't look like he's going to play at this point. No one said that he's going to play, so you can guess, especially with that pectoral injury, he might not play going into this game. If he does not play, you're going to see Feeney out there again. You're going to see Van Roten probably at that guard spot because they just put Cam Clark on IR because of that spinal contusion that he has. So this offensive line has got to show that they can protect Zach Wilson and also that they can open up holes for the running game. And that's where I want to go next. Because running the ball, I want to see how we handle that situation going into this game as well. We're going to play a lot of teams this upcoming year that have solid pass rushers, right? And one of the best things that you can give, an offense against solid pass rushers is an effective running game that can shorten your later downs. A solid running game could be the difference between 3rd and 2 and 3rd and 9, okay? 3rd and 2, you still got a lot of options to play calling. You can run again and get yourself a first down. 3rd and 9, you're allowing those guys, their pass rushers, to pin their ears back and do what they do. So I'm hoping that we'll be able to run the ball effectively. I want to see more of Ty Johnson. I want to see more of Michael Carter, and I want to see more of P. Ryan with the first team. I want to see what he brings. I'm also looking at our wide receiver position, kind of seeing, hey, what's going to happen there. I want to see Mims have another very solid outing like he did in the last game. This is a guy that a lot of people wrote off. This is a guy a lot of people were saying was on the bubble, okay? He went from having supposedly he was going to be a breakout to he was on the bubble. So I want to see him come out and continue to do his thing. Corey Davis has looked really good so far. I just want to see Mim get some targets so he can just, get his juices flowing going into the season. And I also want to look at this quarterback situation as well, as always. We want to see Zach Wilson continue to be concise, understand the offense, go out there, execute well, get the ball out of his hands quickly, because, again, we face a lot of really good pass rushers. You got to get the ball in your hands quickly, and I want to see him go out there and be confident. The backup quarterback situation is also a situation I'm looking at, too. Are they going to give Morgan more, time on the field than they did last game? Because last game, Mike White came in immediately after they sat down Zach Wilson, who's supposed to play 2 to 3 series. So he might play the full first and second quarter. Okay, last game, Wilson only played the first quarter and a little bit of the first part of the second quarter. He might play those 2 full quarters. So we'll see. But I want to see, what's going to happen in that backup situation. Now, going to the defense, I'm looking at this, man. At this point, it looks like the Packers are probably going to put Aaron Rodgers out there for a little bit. If they do, listen, this defense better be on its toes, because even though it's vanilla, this Green Bay offense is serious. So, like, Aaron Rodgers, we all know, what he brings to the table. So if he's going to be out there, and he's going to be the guy whipping the ball around for maybe a quarter or a couple plays or whatever, I want to see if this pass rush is going to be able to get after him and hassle him the same way that we did the Giants. Lawson or whoever else that we put out there, Rankins, all these guys, John Franklin Myers, Huff. I want to see, can these guys get after him the same way? Can we cause the same type of disruption that we did against the Giants? Because this Green Bay offense is serious business. Also, a guy like Zuniga is going to have all eyes on him, because there's a lot of fans that do not feel like this guy should have made that first round of cuts. So Zuniga, I'm telling you, you might have a man knocking at your door real soon if you don't pick it up. Also, Quentin Williams, he's clear to be back at practice, but from what we've been told, he's not going to play in the first preseason game against Green Bay. So we're waiting for him to get back into the fold as well. Also looking at this cornerback situation as well. Listen, Bless Austin, Bryce Hall. We all know Michael Carter. We're trying to see where he's going to fit into this defense. I want to see what's going to happen there, because, again, this Green Bay wide receiver core is pretty deep, and they got guys that are still trying to push to make this roster. So I want to see, hey, are you guys able to cover? Especially a guy like Gundry. Gundry's a guy I'm really looking at. Maybe he's a guy that can really creep in and steal that slot corner spot from what people think, Michael Carter is already kind of written in as. Will Gundry be able to do that? So there's a lot of questions there. And last but not least, I'm looking at the Jets special teams. Listen, let's figure this kicking situation out. For the love of all that is good, please, can we figure this out? Okay, we're going to be in a lot of shootouts this year, I believe, a lot of close games. If we cannot feel confident in the kicker that we have going out there to make that 30, that 40-yard kick, maybe even that 50-yard kick, we're going to be in a lot of trouble this year. You know what I'm saying? Because, again, I think we're going to play a lot of close games. We need every single point that we can get. So I'm looking to see, is Amendola the guy? And if he's not, where do the Jets go next? So please comment down below. Let me know what you folks think. Talk to me. What are your thoughts about this upcoming game? How do you feel about the Jets O-line? I want to hear it. So comment down below. Let me know what you folks think. You folks have a good one. Peace.